Oh my gosh, guys! Okay, first of all, if you haven't watched the finale yet, stop watching immediately because I'm not going to be able to hold it any longer. Okay, everyone's paused. Great. See you when you've seen the episode. But yay! I'm so excited. I think Tyson was such a deserving winner this season. I called it from the beginning. I'm over the moon. I think he played as perfect of a game as ever. I mean, better. I mean, better to watch than Boston Rob's game, but equally flawless. I'm just so happy. Tyson, yay! Oh, I'm so happy. But you know what? I'm here to comment on everything that happened this finale and reunion episode, and there was a lot to talk about, so let's not waste any time. Well, okay, let's go back to Redemption Island. I was a little bummed that Laura M. didn't make it back. I was definitely rooting for her, and I think, well, I really just wanted Laura to go in. I'm trying to think about like who I would have rather gone in between Hayden and Tina, but I really did not like Hayden towards the end there. Like, he just seemed like a really sore loser, and I'll get to what I thought of him at the final tribal, but clearly overconfident, talking about grannies when all these women have clearly proven that, like, they're so strong and so, like, mentally there, and it was just, I was happy that Tina and Laura at least kicked his butt, but I would have rather Laura gone back in. I think the outcome was similar at the end of the day, though maybe Laura would have been voted out first, seeing as she presents, I think, a bigger threat at challenges than Sierra. But between Sierra and Tina, I would have also voted out Sierra, though I really don't think it mattered that much. I was surprised at how Tina bullied Monica. Like, that social game was very poor. And it just made me like Sierra even more, even though I'm not like completely sold on her game overall, and like Tyson is the perfect example of someone who had a really steady game the whole time. I think Sierra made some good moves and was really fun to watch. Like, Tyson is his third time playing. Sierra was her first time playing, and clearly it's hard playing your first time. You're figuring out a lot more things, and I think Sierra was willing to take risks that were actually put her game in danger. I mean, drawing rocks, like, she put her head on the line for that. And that was huge versus like Tina saying, oh, Monica, you got to make a big move, when she's already like, she has nothing to lose. Obviously, Tina didn't make any big moves. Like, so anyway, that's like my kudos to Sierra. Monica, I have a lot to say about Monica, but I think at that tribal council between, when she was between Tina and Sierra and Tyson and Jervis, she did not play that well. I don't think Tyson wanted to play that idol, and then for her to say, oh, how dare you not tell me about it, she made them feel insecure. Like, those words, I'm going to make a big move, la la la, even though she was trying to show the jury that she was being strategic, I think that clearly raised a red flag in Tyson and Jervis's mind, and there was no other option. It was the last tribal to use the idol. I think Tyson did a really good move in giving it to Jervis just to be safe, prove that his alliance with Jervis was solid. I always love it when no matter what season, when you have a clear leader that sticks to their alliance, like, I love that Jervis Tyson alliance, even though Jervis said that he would have voted Tyson out, which would have been the smart move for him, but at the end of the day, like, given the circumstances, he didn't betray Tyson because it was better for him, obviously. But I just think that a winner's game is always stronger when they have an ally, and like Tyson said, like, all his moves were strategic. He was not a villain. Like, good job, Sierra, for trying to paint him as such, but he was certainly not a villain. Let's talk about the final challenge. Like, that's what I'm talking about. True Survivor Challenge. Loved that challenge. Reminded me a bit of the challenge with Ozzy that Ozzy lost against Sophie, but with an added component, and it was such a good challenge. I want to do that challenge. So glad Tyson won. Again, he said this in his final tribal speech. He won when he had to. He did not win any other individual immunity challenges, and he really proved that he could pull it out when he had to, and so like didn't pose as much of a physical threat as people expected. I think he always was there in people's minds, but at the end of the day, like he let other people shine. I'm not saying he like threw any challenges, but when it came down to it, he really won the 2 he needed to win. So that was perfect, even more perfect, like to add to the perfection of his game. I'm really glad that that last tribal before the final tribal wasn't a tie and that they didn't have to build a fire. Only because I think, if Tina had beat Jervis in the fire, I just don't think Tina did enough to be at the final tribal and then win because of all those people who just like by principle or whatever wouldn't have wanted Tyson or Jervis to win, or Tyson or Monica to win. Maybe Monica would have gotten more votes. I don't know, but I just didn't think Tina deserved to be at the end at that rate. Like she just didn't see anything coming, and like I said earlier, it's really easy to tell Monica to like make a big move when like Tina has nothing to lose, and Tina's not making any big moves. Like Monica made the right moves for Monica. Final tribal, I think. I've been saying this whole time that the speeches for me would be key in who would get votes. And I thought that, I'm sure they were longer than what we saw, but I thought Jervis's and Monica's speeches really fell short. And Tyson hit the nail on the head every single point. And whatever he missed, Jervis gave him at like that final question that Aris asked, which really served Tyson very, very, very well. I think that Jervis should not have pinpointed, like he should not have alienated Aris so much. Like he basically said, oh, like I'm the one who, like, yeah, it was thanks to him that was a pivotal move to get Aris out and for him to, because he had Aris. He was the one who was able to fool Aris. I think he could have said that a little more diplomatically, and I think that would have helped him. I like that he said, he came back 13 seasons later. I don't agree with people saying, oh, like, old player, like, you can't do that anymore. No, like, he really adapted well to the game, and I think Jervis played a good game. It's just that Tyson played a better one. And their games were relatively similar, so it was very easy to favor Tyson's game over Jervis. And I think Monica should have talked more about her physical game. She killed it at challenges, and she was generous at rewards, and I think she played, I thought she played a good social game, though clearly she didn't, because people were really attacking her even at that final tribal, and the questions they asked her, it really surprised me. Like, who are you? Like, be vulnerable. Like, maybe it's just what we saw in the confessionals and stuff, but Monica was like getting attacked. Like, it takes a lot of strength to withstand what she did and like still get her way to the end. And even though she didn't win, and I'm really glad Tyson won, like, I thought she played a really good game. Like, she did make her presence a necessity, and not just by like following anyone to the end. Like, she won challenges. She played hard, and I have a lot of respect for Monica. So and going through what she did emotionally, just like by getting attacked tribal after tribal after tribal for like 3 tribals, 8 days or whatever. I just don't understand what they wanted from her. I really thought, I don't know what was going on there. Regarding questions, I loved Aris's question, obviously, like, best question of the night. But I was really disappointed with Vitas. I loved Vitas so much, and he just, like, let me down towards the end. And now again, when he said, oh, like, my last plea to you, Tyson, was that I wouldn't vote for you if you were at the end. Really? That's why you didn't vote for Tyson? I don't know. I can't believe that's why he didn't vote for Tyson. I was just really disappointed. Hayden also, I just thought he came across as a like sore loser. Wasn't really a fan. And I thought Katie was very, very, the whole time Katie's been very grounded and classy. So I like that she called Tyson out, and I like that she like took his answer and still voted for him. Like, Tyson earned it for sure. I guess we didn't see their closing statements if they even had any, but Yeah, and then at the end, I wasn't surprised. You know, I mean, I think Tyson should have gotten an all. Man, I'm forgetting the word, but should have gotten all the votes for him to win. Except that Vitas was just being a idiot. But so happy. Good. I'm like so happy Tyson won. His outfit was a little silly, but then again, that goes with his fun-loving nature, and I love that was his answer to the question of how would you describe yourself in one word. By the way, going back to that, Tina's face when Monica gave her answer, which now I like don't even remember, but it was just like hilarious. Just like, no, wrong answer, whatever. Okay, Jervis. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, and Jervis, speaking of Jervis, looked great. I mean, definitely had a winning outfit. I felt bad he didn't get any votes, but I mean, I didn't feel bad either. So, first of all, like the first person I have to mention in this reunion show, aside from Tyson and Monica and Jervis, is Kat. I mean, she got what, like 30 seconds on air and managed to say that she got a boob job. And that made Hayden look really bad, by the way, because I mean, and you could see, like, I rewatched that scene a couple times on my DVR, and like, you could see Hayden being like so shocked and just like shushing her, and I don't even know what went on, but that was so embarrassing. Just, wow, Kat, way to just top yourself. I mean, this girl is gold for TV, by the way. I mean, just seriously, wow. Colton, I mean, what he said was clearly rehearsed. To me, it just felt like some other gimmick of, oh, la, 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 found myself. Just, I never want to see him on TV again. Good luck to him and Caleb, and I'm done. I love Candace and John. I was never a big fan of Candace, but after this season, I really do have a newfound love for her. I thought she was great. I love them. And Tina and Katie, I mean, that so sad. And I did read about what happened to Katie's brother and Tina's son, and I don't know, it's just really, again, that's another testament to Katie being really just like classy and really keeping it together. Like, she's clearly a strong chick, like her mom, and it's just really sad. But yeah, it's, you know, overall, it was a great season. I don't think it's like one of my favorites. Was talking to my boyfriend earlier, and we both agree it's maybe not a top 3 season, but it might be like top 5, like at number 5. I thought it was good. It had lots of components, and it has one of my favorite winners, so that makes it a great season no matter what. Next season, Brawn versus Brains versus Beauty. I'm excited. I think that'll be cool. I think we kind of have that already in most seasons. It's just now they're going to separate them out in tribes. I just hope they'll have cool contestants. And I'll see you all, I guess, next year, 2014. Happy holidays, everyone. And can't wait to hear your comments about the end. And yeah, it was cool watching the season with y'all. Bye.